What's all this then? That's an Axial box. I wonder what's inside. Should we take a look? Yeah, alright then. No. Yes, no. Of course we're gonna look at the URC. Oh my god. That there is the business end of an Axial SMT10 grave digger. URC. So let's not mess about. We're going to take this box out of this box, open this box to see this. Okay, let's look at some key features. Waterproof receiver box, Metal Gear Tactic servo. I don't mind these. In something like a crawler, a lot of us upgrade our servos to something a bit beefier. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue in this truck because you're carrying more speed for the most part. You're not going to need as much turning power because you're carrying speed. We have the Tactic 3-channel receiver with the transmitter. I like these. I think they're really good. You get great range. They're simple, comfortable. They're a nice radio. They're not stupid expensive, but they're a nice radio. A5 ESC, 3S compatible, waterproof. I really like the Axial ESCs. I run them in a lot of my trucks. I've never had an issue. I love the options that you can change with the drag, brake, etc. and so on. I really like these, and I like it as waterproof. Same with the servo and the receiver box. I know the receivers aren't, but if this box is waterproofed properly, that shouldn't be an issue. 2.2 BKT Monster Jam tyres. These things look at the business. Fingers crossed with a bit of use. I mean, generally all tyres are a little bit harder than you would expect. Once you run them for a bit, they do soften. So I can't wait to see what these grab like. What else have we got? Adjustable aluminium, however you like to say it. Shocks. These are really pretty. Hopefully they work as good as they look. 4-link rear suspension. Heavy duty Ram style steering leak. OCP axle. Heavy duty C hubs. We have the grave digger replica polycarbonate body with a glow in the dark skull head. Different, cool. These monster trucks are all about cool. This is old school. I used to watch this thing as a kid, so to have one now is awesome. I'm really looking forward to taking this thing out and giving it a bit of help. With most of my trucks, they are slow crawl, take it easy, etc. and so on. This not so much. This may well cop a bit of a beating. What's next? Well, we're going to open this up, take the truck out and have a bit of a sticky beak. Okay, let's open her up. The moment you've all been waiting for. Me included. I'm a big kid of Christmas right now. There is nothing better than URC Day. Well, there it is. Isn't it shiny? Wow. First impressions. That is a pretty body. And it is bang on with the original Gravedigger. Tell you what I'll do. I'll take it out of this box and then we'll go right over it. Okay, she's out of the box. But before I get right into this, I'm going to quickly go through this, and these. Let's start with the controller. Many of you are familiar already with the Tactic controller. In my opinion, these are really nice. They're not a ridiculously expensive radio, which is good. Why? That keeps the cost of this down. That's important. Big fancy RCs like this can be really expensive. Having a receiver that's good but doesn't cost the world really helps with that. These are nice, comfortable, smooth controllers. Adjustable third channel. You can run winches, lights, etc. off these. I use these with a lot of my other crawlers and I really like them. I believe it's four AA batteries to run, and they last ages. I'm finding a lot of new controllers these days suck up battery power really quick. These don't. They last a really long time. So that's that. Next, I'm not going to go in depth with this, but we have our instruction manual. I will open it up to give you a bit of a look-see. One nice glossy instruction. Quick flick through, complete the parts list, handy. If you break something, if you need to fix something, it's nice to know what it is, what the part number is, and where it goes. Full tear down of the transmission, diff, the whole deal. This, as much as a lot of us just throw it in the drawer, invaluable stuff. We have a quick rundown of the receiver and TTX Tactic 300. Also, don't throw this away. If you ever need to bind it again, adjust your channels, etc., like I was saying about running a winch, very handy. That's those. Now I'm going to cut open this and show you a few of these. I won't go through all of them. I'll show you a few just to give you an idea of what's in here. Okay. A supercharger. Well, that pretty much sold me. We also have another driver's head. We have two driver's heads. This is brilliant. Also look to be glow in the dark. I'm a big fan of the supercharger with the bug catcher. Yet how can you not like this? That's a win. Well done, Axial. I like that. Next bag. Bigger bag. Axial is really good for throwing in lots of generic parts, but they're needed. This is stuff you're going to break or lose or will need to replace at some stage. And that's more so down to how we drive these things. This truck is designed to be driven hard. You're going to break stuff. It's nice to have spares. Next box. So we've got a couple of clampy little pieces there. I'm not familiar with these yet because I haven't done anything with it. Looks like we've also got some power out covers for the differentials. That's what they look to be. That could come in handy. Anyway, that's a quick rundown of that. Of course you get a few screws, spur gear, some little bolts, also handy. Let's not mess about anymore. Let's get to the reason we're watching this. I'm going to move myself about a bit so you get a better view, and then we're going to flip the body off, have a good look at what's underneath. Okay, let's peel it off and have a look-see. First impressions, that's a whole lot of green, which was fine by me. Green's my favourite colour for those wondering. It can't be missed. Check those out. I like stuff like this. Extra little details that didn't have to be there, but they are. We jump straight in. We have our nice fancy aluminum body shocks. Smooth as silk. That's actually really nice. I quite like that. I like this suspension setup too. It's authentic. It's not overcomplicated, but it's nice. I really quite like this. We have our little scale driver. Really detailed cage. It's plastic. It does have a little bit of flex to it in more areas other than, sorry, it'll flex more in certain areas like here as opposed to here and here. This thing's going to take a beating. It's strong. I mean, it feels rigid. I've no doubt you can roll this thing over 100 times without having to worry about breaking everything, which is good. If you can have something that's built to take a beating like this is, roll it 100 times, worst case you might have to replace the body. That's pretty common practice in a basher. The big tyres, nice and squishy. I really quite like those. Nice big deep wheels, monster truck. Yep, that's good in my books. There's the tactic servo. Really nice steering setup. I really quite like that. There's our waterproof receiver box. It's up nice and high, always a bonus. It looks, given how it's designed, if you go splashing water up through here, it's just going to hit the bottom and run off. And given how wide the tyres are and how far out they are, it's just going to splash up and out this way as opposed to just going up into the receiver box. There's our cool little driver. He's a dude. I'm really surprised they went with a glow-in-the-dark helmet. It's cool. They didn't have to, but they did. That's excellent. That is Axial's equivalent to a Dean's plug, which is excellent for me because I run Dean's plugs. Some of these can be a little bit tight, but for the majority, they will work. Nice suspension travel. That is really nice. This thing's gonna take a beating. Now here's something I do like, and I've seen this before. Open up this little door here, slide your battery straight through in here, close it, pop your little pin back in. Lovely. This is genius. This little setup should be on rock crawlers too, in my opinion. If, example sake, this was a crawler and this is the front of the truck, undo 2 body pins to lift the body up, open your little gate, put your battery in, close it, ping. Brilliant idea. I like this a lot. I like that it's a simple 4-post body. It makes it, I mean, a lot of vehicles like this will run side posts. When you roll them over, big jumps, etc., it will rip holes in them. I don't see that being too big of an issue with this, especially given how the body itself is shaped. Drops on nice and quick and easy. You roll this thing, it's either going to skid along the roof, maybe go back onto its wheels. It's not going to just rip big holes in these, and that matters because we all want this to last as long as possible. So this is a really quick rundown, quick unboxing. This is what you get with the SMT10 gravedigger. So the question is, what do you do with an Axial SMT10? I guess a bigger question is, what do you do with 2?